Welcome to the Breakdown Files. Every week, we take the stories behind the headlines, the scandals, the collapses, the industries nobody fully explains, and break them down, start to finish, no filler. Today's file, Boeing 737 MAX, how a great company built a deadly plane. Let's get into it. On October 29, 2018, Lion Air Flight 6110 crashed into the Java Sea 12 minutes after takeoff. All 189 people on board were killed. 5 months later, on March 10, 2019, Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 crashed 6 minutes after takeoff. All 157th people on board were killed. Both planes were brand new Boeing 737 MAX aircraft. Both crashes had the same cause. Boeing had known about the problem, regulators had been kept in the dark, and 346 people died because one of the most respected companies in American history chose schedule and profit over the most basic obligation an aircraft manufacturer has: to build a plane that does not fall out of the sky. The 737 MAX story begins with competition. In 2011, Airbus launched the A320neo, a fuel-efficient upgrade to its best-selling narrow-body aircraft. Boeing needed to respond fast. Rather than design an entirely new plane, which would take a decade and cost billions, it decided to upgrade the existing 737 platform, which had been in service since 1967. The new engines were larger and more fuel efficient, but they had to be mounted further forward and higher on the wing to fit under the existing airframe. This changed the plane's aerodynamics. In certain conditions, the nose would pitch upward dangerously. Boeing's engineering solution was software, a system called MCAS, the Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System. MCAS would automatically push the nose down if sensors detected the dangerous pitch. The problem was that MCAS relied on a single sensor. If that sensor malfunctioned, MCAS would push the nose down repeatedly and uncontrollably. Boeing's engineers knew this. It was documented internally. The decision was made to proceed anyway. MCAS was not disclosed to pilots or airlines in the flight manual. Boeing had successfully lobbied the FAA to have it classified in a way that meant pilots did not need specific training on it. The logic was commercial. If the 737 MAX required new type ratings for pilots, airlines would face retraining costs and might choose Airbus instead. After the Lion Air crash, internal Boeing communications revealed employees joking about the plane's problems. One message read, "This airplane is designed by clowns, who are in turn supervised by monkeys." The FAA, which had delegated much of its own safety oversight to Boeing itself, was slow to ground the aircraft. It took a second crash and pressure from other countries' aviation authorities before the 737 MAX was finally grounded worldwide in March 2019. It remained grounded for 20 months. Boeing paid $2.5 billion to settle a criminal charge of conspiracy to defraud the U.S. government. No individual Boeing executive was criminally charged. The company's CEO, Dennis Muilenburg, was fired with a $62 million exit package. In 2024, after further safety incidents involving Boeing aircraft, the Department of Justice reopened its investigation. A new plea agreement was reached in which Boeing agreed to plead guilty to a criminal fraud charge, the first criminal conviction in the company's history. Families of the 346 victims spent years fighting for justice and accountability. Many felt the settlements and fines were inadequate. The Boeing 737 MAX story is ultimately about what happens when the culture of a great engineering company is slowly replaced by the culture of a finance company. when hitting a deadline matters more than checking the work. That is the Boeing breakdown. If this gave you something to think about, subscribe. We publish a new breakdown every week. Business collapses, tech controversies, true crime, and the hidden mechanics behind industries you interact with every day. And if you made it this far, drop a comment below with the next story you want us to break down. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next file.